Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Knife Guy here, and I have a new review for you today. Sorry it's been a while since I've posted any videos. I lost my camera, have not been able to find my camera until now. So we are good. I have for you today a Cold Steel Recon. Let's see if I can focus this in. Well, it won't focus, but it's a Recon 1, and it is from Cold Steel. I don't know if you can tell from this crappy camera, because I'm not made of money, so even if I found my camera, it's still a crappy one. But as you can see, this thing has been thoroughly used. I used it as my job doing some labor for a mason, and that actually, you may not understand why, and I'm not going to go into details, but it requires extensive use of the blade. Let's just say the mason got on my nerves every now and then. For those of you that don't know, that was a joke. Anyways, first off, I was going to point out, I love this tanto shape. There's a lot of people that say the tanto is not very utilitarian, and while it wasn't designed for that, I think they're wrong. You take this, look at this point, now compare it with a knife that's completely utilitarian. It's a straight edge. Let's see. Now the blade's, of course, the blade's a little different shape, but basically it's got that straight edge, and it's got this point right here you can use. So it's almost basically just like a razor, box cutter. And by the way, I got this thing today. Haven't really put much use on it, but kind of interesting. It's got this little slot, holds like, well, it's just a lot of blades, like probably about 4 or 5. Just a little side note, pretty interesting. About $8 at Home Depot. They don't charge you buying them like they do with most knives. So if you need a utility knife and you can't buy one, you're under 18. That's your next best option. It's even got a pocket clip on it. Anyways, going back to this, I really like this lock Cold Steel has put in here. It may have been mentioned in my Spartan video, but I really like the lock on here. I have hacked with this thing. I have done just about, I've put this thing through rigorous use. I've whittled with it. I've used it as an axe, believe it or not. Mind you, I had to baton to turn it into an axe, but still. Speaking of which, once again, it's a crappy camera, but that's the edge right there. I do not notice any well, there's one tiny nick, if you can see it. But I do not notice, for the most part, any nicks along the edge. So, I use a AUS 8A steel, and it's pretty good. It's well, it's just a really high a medium hardness stainless steel. So I like AUS 8. The Cold Steel does a great job tempering their knife. Onto the handle. First off, it's full G10. There are no liners in there. I cannot give you a specific weight, but I think this thing, and this is just a guesstimation, I actually don't know the exact specs on it, but I think this thing is about, I'd say about 5 or 6 ounces, which isn't bad for the 4-inch blade you get. I mean, that's a good amount of firepower in the real thick blade. One thing I do have that I want to say about this, I hate this thumb stud. I don't know, maybe it's just for me, but it just feels too close to the handle when you go to open it. And the deployment is really slow on this knife. At least for me anyways. It's really hard for me to deploy it fast. Unless, here's what I do. I take the knife like this, quick thrust of the wrist, and it pops out. I do like doing that. I've heard people say that textured G10 underneath the pocket clip will mess up your pants. I personally have not had an issue on that just yet, but and I wear Wrangler jeans, by the way. I haven't had an issue with it. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying with this particular one, I have not had an issue with it. I like the pocket clip. It's nice and short, carries high. So yeah, it's just about it. It's a really, really good knife. I think for the money, $50, it's not bad. They could add a little things here and there, but we're all human. Even Lynn Thompson, he can make mistakes too. Actually, I think was it Dimco that designed this? Andrew Dimco? I am not entirely sure, so do not quote me on that. But yeah. Oh, also it's got this nice little lanyard hole. It's medium size. It'll do. But yeah, so once again, recommend the knife, $50. You need a defense knife, deployment, and make a good tactical knife for a soldier, secondary weapon. $50, I say go buy it, add it to your collection. It's pretty nice just to have in the collection. Alright, well, you got my opinion on it. Buy it and get yours. Alright, Knife Guy out.